Welcome to Proven and Probable, where we focus on metals, mining, and more. I'm your host, Maurice Jackson. Today, I'm conducting a short notice monologue interview for you. I've been traveling. I just checked into my hotel room. If I sound like I'm rambling, please do forgive me if I had lack of sleep. But before we begin, I want to thank you, the subscriber, for making this possible. We do Proven and Probable for you. We also want to thank Rick Rule, Albert Liu, and Callie Farnham of Sprott Global Resource Investments for giving us an opportunity to have a booth at the Sprott Natural Resource Symposium. We also want to thank Opportunity Travel, the entire team. Thank you. And Rachel Lee of Small Cap Power for sharing our story with their subscribers. And we also want to thank Peter Bell and Dylan Milks for making improvements for you, the subscribers, on website revisions that we can make to enhance the experience. Now, I want to entitle today's message, Money and Power. And I want to focus first on the money aspect. And let's talk about money, which is precious metals, as we all know. There's a unique opportunity that we see with regards to platinum. If you're not aware, platinum today was surpassed in price relative to palladium. This is a very rare occurrence. Also, platinum has been below the price of gold, which is also another rare occurrence, and that's been going on for a couple of months here. So what we've done and what we're advocating that you should do is we sold our palladium, we sold our gold due to the ratios of gold to platinum and palladium to platinum. And we've been purchasing platinum. We've also advocated that we're purchasing silver and rhodium. But we want you to focus and seize on the opportunity. Now, another thing I want you to focus on here is, well, I'm not stating that platinum is about to go through the roof. I'm not stating that palladium is about to go through the roof because it surpassed platinum. That's not what I'm stating. What I'm stating is that the ratios are in your favor to purchase platinum. And that's why we're purchasing platinum right now. At a later date, it will surpass gold, we believe, as it historically has. And all we do is we sell our platinum and get more ounces of gold. All right, and that's the position that we're taking right now. So again, I'm not advocating that any metal is about to go through the roof for any reason. No, that's not what I'm stating. I'm simply stating from a ratio perspective, all the precious metals, in our opinion, are on sale. But relative to one another, silver, platinum, and rhodium are on fire sale. All right, now let's talk about issuers. Issuers that have captivated our attention for quite some time. Novo Resources, they just conducted a live stream video. We published that for you yesterday. Take a look at that. Quentin Henney, Dr. Quentin Henney, I should say, is the CEO. I'm formerly the CEO. He is now on the board of directors. He's narrating a live site visit there, so you can actually see what's going on there. Quite exciting. Take a look at that. He is also on the board of directors for Irving Resources, and Akiko Levinson there is the CEO. So these are two different plays here. You have Novo Resources, which has the opportunity and the potential to be the largest gold deposit in the world. Their symbol is NVO, and they trade on the TSX. Irving Resources trades on the CSE, and their symbol is IRV. They have an opportunity to be the highest concentration gold deposit in the world. So we're looking forward to it. Remember, in this industry, you follow serially successful names that are answering unanswered questions with yeses, and that is Dr. Quentin Henney. All right. Other companies that have been capturing our attention, I should say, Rise Gold. Their symbol is Romeo Yankee Echo Sam, which is a gold play out of California. All right. Now we've interviewed Rick Rule with regards to project generators, and these are companies. I'm just going to break it down in layman terms. Think of me as a geologist and have a backpack. Now, I know what I'm looking for as a geologist because I have a background in geology, but I don't have the expensive equipment to go deep into the earth. But I have the ability to realize that, you know what, there are certain features here that I see at the surface level, or maybe I've gone in a cave and I see some things that have captured my attention. But I'm purchasing mineral rights, I should say, in land. What I then do is I bring in someone who has the drill equipment to confirm that what I see at the surface level is beneath us. And that's called a joint venture. Now, the project generator, what he does then is usually the company that's drilling, once if they see the results they like, they will then buy those mineral rights. All right. So now I, the project generator, receive cash compensation, but then I also get a royalty, and that is very nice to have. And so these project generators, any company can go to a value of zero, but you want to identify the best of the best. And we have 3 that are sponsors, and we fervently believe that they are some of the best of the best. The first one is EMX Royalty. We just conducted an interview with the CEO, David Cole, and they have a unique proposition here for their shareholders. They just completed a 3% royalty in Australia. Also, they have a unique royalty proposition in Serbia, and then they have this massive copper deposit or project, I should say, in Russia called Malmish, and we're looking forward to any future press releases coming from there. But they're in the position, I should say, EMX Royalty, to become cash flow neutral. What that means for you, the shareholder, is they're not going to have to do any financing to do any share dilution. And so you're reaping all the benefits of the gains because their growth organically is amazing. And they recently changed their name from Eurasian Minerals to EMX Royalty Corp. Another company worthy of your time is Millrock Resources, and the CEO there is Gregory Beischer. He and I have conducted a number of interviews, and their investor relations person there is Melanie Henderson, and allow me to backtrack here. Scott Close is head of investor relations for EMX Royalty. Now, Gregory Beischer in Millrock Resources, they have a number of projects in British Columbia, Alaska, one in Arizona, and then they have several, I should say, in Mexico. And they're making great strategic moves. They're actually taking equity position in other issuers, which with whom they're also having joint ventures with. So this is quite exciting to see what they're doing there. Then we have Riverside Resources, Dr. John Moxtardi. And again, this is one of those companies that we've interviewed a number of times. You look at what they have going on in Mexico with the Cecilia project. This is quite amazing what they're doing there. But all of these companies, project generators, what these are, and specifically 3 that we've mentioned here, there's a couple of things that they have in common. It's the ethos of ethical conduct, good stewards of capital, seasoned, proven professionals, and they have a business model that is not immune to failure, but the success probability is much higher than you would have with a traditional discovery play or exploration play. Okay. Now I want to focus our conversation as well, and I want to mention 2 more companies that they're not sponsors of ours, but we certainly like them, and that's Almadex Minerals and Morgan Poliquin there, and then we have Marisol Resources, and that's Stephen Nano. These are, again, they have the same merits as the project generators we just referenced as our sponsors. They just are not our sponsors. So just because a company's not our sponsor doesn't mean that we don't like them. Not at all. But these are companies worthy of your time and effort to take a look at them. Let's shift the conversation now to power. And when I talk about power, I'm talking about power in the form of energy. Malari Energy. This is an oil play that is in Texas. They're domiciled in Vancouver. Their symbol is MOL. Now, Malari Energy is about to release a number of drill results, and the probability is that they're going to be very favorable. So take a look at them. We'll conduct an interview with them, I believe, in the very near future, and we certainly like the value proposition in them. Also, another energy play that you don't hear about is uranium focused, of course, and that is Fission Uranium and Fission 3.0, which is actually a project generator. But I want to put them in the same category with regards to power because they have the same management. This is the CEO's Dev Randhawa, and their head geologist is going to be Ross McElroy, and their investor relations is Richard Matthews. Now, you talk about serially successful. This team has it, and they're in the Athabasca region. I've been there. I've been on site as well as I've been on site with Irvin Resources in Japan, and a company we're going to mention here in Madagascar, which is DNI Metals, which also falls under this category of power. But we really like uranium. Uranium is not an if proposition; it's a when proposition, and a when proposition usually results in a win proposition. So take a look at Fission Uranium. Their symbol is FCU, and Fission 3.0 is FUU. All right, we talked about DNI Metals. I referenced them briefly, so let's DNI Metals, graphite play out of Madagascar. The CEO is Dan Weir. I've been there twice. This is really exciting as well, equally, and I share the same enthusiasm for each and every issue that I've just discussed. I'm not biased to one more than the other. But D&I Metals, being there twice, I can speak a little bit more about them. So D&I Metals, we're talking about a company that in a very short duration here, drill results are favorable, large flake, by the highway, looking at building a modular plant. They have an offtake agreement. They're 45 minutes from the port, and they're looking at going to production in 2018. A series of questions that have been answered with a yes. That's what you're looking for. Now, let's talk about financing opportunities. This is for accredited investors, all right? We have three companies we want to highlight. Number one, Mermont Resources, symbol MONT. They're on the CSE. There's that name again, Dr. Quentin Henney. He's on the board of directors. The CEO is Bill Pincus. This is a copper gold play out of Peru. We conducted an interview with them about 2 months ago. They're conducting a financing right now, and it is closing, I believe, in the coming days. So take a look at the interview. And again, do your own due diligence. We ask that you first look at press releases, then go to CDAR. From CDAR, then contact Investor Relations, and Investor Relations for Mermont Resources is Tyson King. He looks forward to speaking to you and addressing your questions and concerns regarding Mermont Resources. Another one, this is in the Yellowknife District, and this is Rover Metals. We interviewed them as well. Rover Metals is a pre-IPO play. Now, this doesn't happen that often, but this is a pre-IPO play. They're in the Yellowknife District. What I like about Rover Metals is a number of virtues they have, but a big one is I like to follow people that are serially successful. So on their board of directors is Keith Minty. He sits on the board of directors for a number of companies, Orin Resources, or Vista, you name it. He's got a proven pedigree. But then you have the CEO, Judson Coulter. This is a guy who's enthusiastic. He's ready for the task at hand, and they have something there, ladies and gentlemen, and he wants to exploit it even more and demonstrate to the world what's out there at their project. Now, here's what's unique with regards to Rover Metals, something that's not, I can't definitively say is going to happen, but gold mining is Amir Adnani's company, and they've been purchasing up projects in the area and surrounding basically Rover Metals projects. So again, this is just something that you might want to consider, and it could potentially be an arbitrage opportunity. And this is strictly my opinion. This is just my personal opinion here, but it could very likely will be. But again, you want to follow seriously successful names, and they have them on their board of directors, and that's Rover Metals. And again, contact Judson Coulter on that one. And then last but not least, D&I Metals, we just discussed them. That's Dan Weir. Their financing is coming to a close here in the very near future, I believe Friday, and today's Wednesday. So you want to contact Dan Weir. Look at any of the interviews we've conducted, and again, look at the press releases, match them up with CDAR, and then contact any of the investor relations guys for these. And Dan Weir will be your contact for the investor relations for D&I Metals, and that symbol is DNI. Now, and they're listed on the CSE, by the way. Now, if you have any inquiries regarding precious metals, remember, we do sell precious metals through Miles Franklin Precious Metals. That's website is www.milesfranklin.com. You may email me at maurice@milesfranklin.com. Keep in mind, rhodium. We do sell rhodium at Miles Franklin. You will not see it on the website. Also, we do sell 1 gram and 5 gram, but we have a very limited quantity, as well as half-ounce platinum eagles. Again, these will not be on the website, but if you email me, we'll do our very best to lock you in, but there's a very, very limited inventory on those, okay? And again, rhodium only comes in 1 ounce, not in anything fractional. And again, it's not on the website, but if you email me or you call me, you may call me at 919-274-5680. I ask that you text me in advance so I can allocate some time to speak to you. And also, if you have any questions regarding Proven and Probable, you may reach us at contact@provenandprobable.com. Again, that's contact@provenandprobable.com. We wish you all the best and continued success for 2017 and 2018.
Thank you for joining us today on Proven and Probable. Remember to like and subscribe for more conversations with the most respected names in the natural resource space. Check out our website at www.provenandprobable.com. The information presented on Proven and Probable is provided for educational and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any financial, investment, or trading decision based on any of the information presented without first undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or competent financial advisor.